Hi Mike, my name is Kelly.
Hi, Mark. My name is Tina. Hi, Mark. I'm Allison.
Hi Mark, I'm Jennifer.
Today we're going to talk about our dreams in childhood.
What are your dreams in childhood? I remember that since I was little, I love to draw, draw pictures, paintings, whatever. And when I was in elementary school in grade 3, and I decided to take a test, and that's a test for the art test. Can you understand that if you're selected and the class is all good at art?
Oh,
Yes, that kind of class. And I feel I was not elected. So from that time, I don't draw.
I don't say. You actually don't draw anymore.
Yeah, no, because I was so frustrated and so yes, I'm so sad that how come I am not
Chosen.
yes, chosen, yeah. So I just gave up drawing. I didn't want to go to the painting class or whatever. And so my dream of being an artist just
Fade away.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then yes, that's one of my dream. Yes.
And when did it happen? At what stage of your life?
What?
At what stage of your life? Is it junior high,
No,
elementary
elementary
school?
school. So yes,
Like since you got into elementary school and you just dreamed of being an artist.
Kind of. I love drawing. Yes.
I used to take art classes, but it was forced by my parents, and I didn't get anything out of it. So, and I didn't wish I had, expected myself to become an artist. So, I think it's my sister's dream, who wants to become an artist, but she's not an artist right now.
And
How old is she?
I'm 22.
and then I feel right. So I took another test, that's a music class. And this time I was selected. And okay, that's fine. So I just gave up arts and went into another,
Yeah.
yes. And then that's fine. And I said, maybe one day I can just play a piano and have just teach students like that, yes. But when I was going to graduate from grade 6, and I was decided to test another test for a music class in junior high. And sadly, I met the teacher, and she was so cruel. Yes, and she just every week I had her class, she just blamed at me and hit my hands or said yes and just that say, did you practice? How was it is that kind of words? And she just said, if you don't practice harder, how can you pass the entrance test? Yes. Then
You drop out.
yes.
In junior high.
So I gave up going the spatial class and just go, okay, I'll be a normal person. Yes.
So you can play the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah, she almost did it for a graduation video, right?
What do you mean?
You did the piano for your graduation video in high school, right? Is it?
I was too, but yes, I was too.
Something you regret.
Yes.
Mine experience was a little similar to yours, but the reason that I gave up piano is because of my parents.
Why?
Because
Like
my mom,
artist.
no. My mother wants me to practice like every day. Take an hour out of each day to practice, but I was a little bit lazy and it wasn't really my biggest interest, so I gave up. And I gave up when I was grade 6.
In
Yeah,
elementary.
Yeah. And I haven't get in touch with piano since then. Yeah.
So you like forget all the notes?
I haven't forgotten, but for me, it's a little bit a regretful thing, I think. Because I think if I continued, I would have become a person with a little more extra talent than regular people.
So did your mom get mad at your decision?
Not really, but she thinks she has to pay the tutor anyway, so she's happy that I told her I want to give up, and so she didn't have to waste the amount of money to yeah cultivate my talent or something like that. And right now, my father is the one that was pretty angry about my I gave up piano because he thinks playing piano for as a leisure is better than
Playing computer piano.
Switching,
yeah how do we call that?
flipping, flipping card.
Fiddling.
Fiddling.
Fiddling through the phone. Yeah. So, and my father often, yells at me when I, do too much of fiddling. Yeah.
And you're feeling your father just get angry.
Yeah, he said, why don't you just get back to piano? Like, if you really regret giving it up, why don't you go back and learn it all over again?
Do you decide to go back?
I wanted to, but when Vivian entered the piano club, I think maybe I should join her. But afterwards, there are a lot of studies and things going on, so I just kind of gave it up again.
Me too, and I learned playing piano for 10 years, but I gave up in my senior high school because of the heavy study, and I was very regretful for it. Yes.
But I don't think that means gave up, you just need to practice by yourself. There's no teachers.
Yeah,
It doesn't
so
matter.
a little bit pressure.
Yes.
Yes, I would like to playing piano as my leisure activity.
So I don't think that is kind of give up, just no teacher, just play for
But
fun.
when
It's
you
just
are
more relaxing.
but when you are proficient in a certain extent, you can play by yourself,
Yes.
and you can learn all the songs by yourself. You just only need the teacher at first to tell you
How to play,
how to play
what's
the
going on.
simple notes.
Yes, and before I entered college, yes, I made up my mind to join the piano club. Yes, but as the same result of Vivian, yes, I didn't join the club.
Vivian did join the club, I did not.
Like you did,
So you are like me.
yes, like too many studies to do. Too many studies, like yes, because I thought now it's a little bit hard for me to concentrate on the study. Yes, I don't know. I don't get a method to study.
I think you give yourself too much pressure.
I see here every time library. I just go there and grade you. How about your dreams in childhood? When I was young, I would like to be a doctor. Yes, because of my grandfather's death, and I thought, oh, maybe I could be a doctor, and I could heal people just like my grandfather in the future. But later, when I was a junior high school, I know I am not good at science. So yes, also my dream of this.
So you study social studies in high school?
Yes.
I know you study science, right?
Yeah.
Really?
So why do you choose
First, I chose also majoring in social studies, but I thought that was really boring, and I thought social studies really boring. Boring. Yeah.
Because it's all memorizing.
Yeah, and I love biology, so I transferred to another class. Yeah, because the first class that I was in it was the class especially for English majoring. I was with Candy for 1 month. She and I were classmates for 1 month.
Really? Before?
Yeah.
In high school?
Yes. So then I transferred to the class majoring in science. Yeah.
So did you make up your mind to choose the major in college about science or just?
Yes. First I chose every department of medical,
Yes.
but my physics and chemicals was like totally a mess. So just a point. Just a point. So I was eliminated on the list. Yeah, just a point. So, but I'm really glad. Yeah, it's really pretty. And I cried. Yeah. But I chose here. Yeah, at last. And I'm really glad. Yeah.
But you entered the English department.
Yes.
And did you enjoy?
Yes. But
Maybe it's
somehow studies was kind of heavy. Yeah.
and I thought you have a good
Logical
good
thinking.
yes, and you have a good
She's a rational person.
Yes. This morning, a person who sells book and come to me and tell me that he needs me to write some like essay or something, and he asked me some questions and he told me that I was way too rational. Yeah.
Because you acted calm, right?
Yeah, I was really calm.
yes, I know you
With
are.
no facial expression.
My answers, he asked me like, what kind of books do you think that college students, Taipei college students would read? And I said, it depends on the departments.
Yes.
So, he said, I'm just way too rational.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dream was like yours. I wanted to become a doctor, but it's not fully because the death of my grandparents, but it's because soap operas. Because I think being a doctor is, you can save people and can also, earn respect from others. And well, after my grandparents died, I have considered about, becoming a doctor, but my grades are not good enough, and I'm also not really good at science. I'm not interested in biology, but above the three, biology, chemistry, and physics, I do better in physics. I don't know why.
Really? I think that's the hardest.
Yeah, but my sister thinks it's the hardest, but I think chemistry is the hardest.
Really?
Yeah, I think all of them
He
are
is
so hard.
really
I can't realize that what's
How does it
going
work
on.
like
Yes.
the formulas?
You know that before the entrance examination,
Yeah.
I didn't study, I just let it go.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
My concept was a little bit like yours because I think I need to pay more attention on the subjects that I have to prepare for and the certain subject that this department needs instead of focusing on everything and not be proficient in the other three majors that the social study group should emphasize.
Yes, history is more interesting, and yes.
It's boring.
I think the second book
About China.
about history is totally boring.
Yes, that's about China.
Yeah.
I didn't study social studies when I was in third grade.
Oh yeah, but first grade, the second book it's totally like boring.
Oh,
So-
I remember.
What's
That's
the
about
content?
Taiwan and the modern Taiwan.
China.
No,
I
it's
think
modern.
China. It's about China.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
about
how the China dynasties
yeah,
are.
all the
I thought you were
dynasties.
talking about the relationship between
No, no,
Taiwan
I think
and
that's
China.
citizen
No, that some history has taught.
related to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I just
But I think the boring part is China history because I don't really know. There is a certain system in their government, and I can't memorize that. How does it work? You know?
it's like too complicated.
Yeah, and every dynasty they have a different name for the government, and
Yeah.
and anything related to that, and they have different system, and they cancel some of the position because they think they will bribe or something like that. So
And
they kick it out and then replace it with another one, and I can't even remember which dynasty kick out what position, and so
like we have to match one dynasty to a season.
yeah, that
yes.
kind of stuff. And what happened first, what happened last, I cannot, get it into order.
Oh no, I totally forgot.
forgot.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it after the test.
Yeah. I'm not. Oh, although I am group one, I'm the social group. But I'm not good at his history. Yes, I don't like history.
I don't like geography about science, and I don't really like citizens,
Okay, just like.
and the economic citizen.
But that's all right.
No, that's not all. That's just a part of it, but I think it's the hardest part of it because it involves math, and I'm
Math.
terribly poor at math.
Perhaps I can tell the story that how poor my math is. You know that that's called social citizens, the subject.
That's also
yeah.
called citizens.
Oh, citizens.
Citizens.
Okay. In the first grade and second grade, I did very well. I did
Yeah.
very well. And top is the top in my class. Okay, very fine. And when it comes to the third grade, I think the second semester is about the economy and some trading or what. You know what? That's big test. I got 59. I just didn't know what. Yes, in the past I can reach 90 or what. Just that at that part I couldn't understand. I didn't know how the math is working.
The first grade we are emphasizing about morals, the morals of society,
yes.
and you can do the test with your
Oh yes.
Like common sense.
yeah, that's common sense. But when it comes to trading, and they want you to get the statistic out of that chart, and then I just totally failed because I don't even know. When my teacher is kind of explaining that whole, there is a formula to it too, and when my teacher is, explaining it, I didn't really understand what she was talking about, and she was talking really fast because we only have 2 classes per week, and the schedule is really tight, and she always go like, okay, we are done with this chapter, and then she just flip.
I'm interested in that part, and yes, I don't know why.
It's not
but
even possible.
Yes. I thought the line is interesting. Right. Yes. There is a chart, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of charts.
Yes. And I don't know why I thought the chapter is interesting to me. Yes. So I don't know why, but yes, but another part I'm so good at.
Well, most of my classmates think it's suffering instead of thinking it's interesting. Math, I think in some ways, math is a little bit more interesting than that.
Yeah. When I was in a major in science, right? So I think the math we study in third grade was interesting, but kind of hard.
Is it hard?
Yes, hard but interesting. And when entrance exam, we can use the things we learn, that
Okay.
social,
Yes,
Fast
we,
and
yes, we can.
and we use the
Yes.
faster way to get the answers out. Yeah, that's kind of hard, but it's interesting.
And what is your childhood dream?
I also dreamed of becoming a doctor because my aunt is a nurse working at Changhua Christian University.
Hospital.
Hospital, yeah. So I watched her working there since I was little, like when I was 1 year old born. Yeah, she worked there for many years, and I watched her get promoted and promoted. Like now she's the leader of all the nurse. Yeah, so I really respect her, and I respect her knowledge to help people. And she also volunteers in helping the remote area people. Yeah, so because of her, I wanted to be a doctor since I was little. But now I think it's kind of
A dream.
a dream that will never come true because
So the dream failed until you chose the Department of English.
yes, but I also dreamed of becoming an athlete.
Oh.
In figure skating, figure skating, like wearing the blade skates. Yes,
And beautiful skirt,
yeah, beautiful skirt and
tights.
yeah, ties and doing some hard
Movements on the
movements.
ice.
Yeah, and I watched all the footage of figure skating since I was little. So, like, Sasha Cohen, the figure skater, and
I think a lot of them involved in places that will snow.
yeah, so when I was little, I dreamed of living in a cold area like Canada or
Russia,
yeah,
Russia, Japan, South
Korea.
Korea, and
Canada.
China.
Yes, the place that was snow and the lake will become ice. So, but the dream also will never come true because Taiwan is never gonna snow and yeah.
The lake
If you
is
just
never
study
gonna burn the
abroad,
ice.
then you might make your dream come true.
And
I think you
that's
should-
a cost.
I have seen people from Taiwan go on competitions on
Oh yeah.
figure skating, and we didn't really have a good score because I think the Chinese and Koreans and Russians, they are, and also Canadians,
Yeah,
they are really, proficient.
because they skate since they were little.
Yeah, it's like most of their age are like 15 and 16,
Yeah.
something like that.
Just like the leisure activities, and they
Yes.
just need to be trained and they
Yes.
can participate in the contest.
I think that's a part of their career instead of just saying it's a
Sports.
sports.
Yes, that's their career.
And I really enjoy watching there's like Olympian kind
yeah.
of Winter
Winter
Olympian.
Olympian,
Yes,
yeah.
I really enjoy watching they are skating.
Yeah, and there are many fields of different kinds of skating, like ice skating,
I think the last one was held in Seoul, right?
Sure.
So the last Winter Olympic is held in Seoul,
In
Korea.
No, it's
I forgot.
in Seoul is in 2018.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
When is it?
in Korea.
2014.
This year's like in Russia maybe.
Is it Russia?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Russia.
Russia.
Because
Russia.
they have a like to start the ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
They design a five circle, and another circle didn't like blossom. And some people said, oh, they are advertised for a car brand.
Oh.
Yes, a car brand have four circle, and
Oh, yeah.
they have planned for yes.
Design.
They're actually
Yes.
doing it on purpose.
Yeah. No.
But that car is not from their country.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe the company just give them money and just.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Your dream was so special.
Yeah.
So, first time I
Yeah.
heard of.
Really.
Well, have you ever regretted choosing
Choosing.
this department?
No.
No, you didn't.
So English is
Because
the second choice.
Yeah, the priority is medicine field.
yeah, but so you could be a teacher. So your first choice is to be a doctor.
Yeah,
Your second choice is to be a teacher.
or an ICRT DJ.
I think I have heard that before, and I think being a DJ is cool because you
Yeah.
just play music and
And
talk
chat
about,
all night.
you can talk about anything you want.
And play the song you like.
But yeah, especially playing the song you like, because when you hear people playing the song you don't like or old-fashioned songs, you would think like, I want to choose my own song.
Yes. And I order the song I want to hear on ICRT.
Have you ever ordered a song?
Yes, and when I was in high school.
I never
and
did that.
summer
I wanted to
vacation.
do that, but I never did.
But you gotta have time to do that because the time they have call-ins,
Yeah. I
it's
never
like
had
when
one.
we are studying, we have classes, so you gotta have time to do that. Yeah.
This is special.
Yeah. And I love to hear people calling to chat with DJs.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
practice English.
Yes.
You know, most of them are, they are not foreigners. They are
Yeah,
like
they're
ABCs.
Yeah.
Could you tune into the radio in ICRT or
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.7 in Kaohsiung.
Oh, and it's 100.1 FM.
It's 100.7 in Kaohsiung.
because in Iran we could not tune into ICRT and we have to tune into on the internet. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, this.
I listen to ICRT in a dorm and using the computer. Yeah.
And there is a weekdays and a weekly top 40 every
I love that
Saturday.
show.
But then after, they play the song like really slow and then they go into commercial really fast.
Yes.
I don't know why the commercial is like super long and
I don't know either.
Perhaps that's because the time is a lot of people is listening. So they
oh
say
yeah,
that
they
every-
have a lot of commercials.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what kind of ICRT is a program or
It's a program.
Yeah. It's a radio station.
I think it's always on. It's almost always on.
Yeah, like 24 hours. Yeah.
You know, I remember one thing that one time my classmates, he just sat over in senior high
Yeah.
and then computer school. My English teacher just asked for his cell phone number and called him and pretended he was the ICRT.
English teacher?
Yes, and just acted like just a
Sounds like
program.
a professional DJ.
Yes, and he was just like creating a program and just called in him, and that's very funny. I just don't know how to yes, and he was shocked. Yes,
Your classmate shop.
yes, and my teacher just asked him to come to school.
In a class.
Yes, in the class, so like everyone could hear the two conversation.
Did you know he was pranked afterwards?
Actually, at first he thought it was real.
He thought it was real.
Yes,
And how did he respond to
until we burst out laughing. Yes, funny.
Well, maybe. Oh, did you guys show that footage?
No, because my English teacher side of his accent is really just like
that? Native speaker.
yes, native speaker.
Which
Well,
accent?
He
Irish, American, Australian,
British.
Irish.
British. Yes, British.
I know there's an Australian in ICRT.
Oh yes. But I
What is
think
her name?
I think
Emily, but she went back to Australia.
I think there's another one.
Really?
And my mother likes to listen to Joseph because
Oh,
she
I
thinks
like
he
him.
has a wonderful voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also know
I love Terry.
Terry.
Yeah.
You know J.R.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy.
I think their voices are so great.
And they speak really fast.
Yes.
Sometimes, and they laugh and speak.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot of fun. And if it's like for occupation, I think I will have a passion doing that because it's doing the things that I like.
Yes. So you want to be a teacher?
Have thought of that when I was listening to them. I could sort of admire their occupation.
Oh, yeah.
They do it as an interest, not like they do it as a job.
So, what's your dream? Did you?
I have a lot of dreams actually.
Okay, just wait them.
One of my kindergarten friends wanted to be a president.
Yeah.
And she said, I will become the first woman president ever. And I was like, okay. And we were like naive then, so yeah, we kind of like, okay, then I will be the vice president and something like that. But afterward, I think it's kind of stupid because you have to have a background to become a governor. And for me, I have not thought of. I wanted to be a DJ before, and doctor, and what else? Teacher for a while because I think. Yes, because before I think giving student homework and grading them afterward is,
Just want to become
exciting.
Exciting.
I have a lot of work to do, and you will feel when you are superior.
When you hold the red pen.
Yeah, my dream before was to hold a red pen, but until high school, you kind of like, you're grading things every day, and you're kind of, is that,
Sick of that.
yeah, I'm a little bit sick of that. And you're tired of it because you do that every day, and you don't want that to be your occupation anymore.
I also pretended to correct others' papers when I was little. In my house, in my room, pretending I was a teacher.
My sister once in kindergarten, she pretended herself as a teacher, and then she gave her school brothers and sisters homework. And they actually did what she said, and I was like, how dare you? That's pretty disrespectful because they're a lot older than you, and then you are giving out homework and they actually did it, And then she would collect the homework and then went back home and then grade them. I think it was funny.
When I was young, and I would like to sell something, and I dream I would like to be a owner of a store because yes,
A shopkeeper.
yes, and I like the machine that you can there is a
cashier.
code. Yes, yeah, I like be a cashier because I thought there is a code, and I like the sound of the machine.
Yes, I like to hear that.
Yeah, beep. Yes. And I also would like to see a lot of people enter my store, and there are like a machine to monitor whether they stole something, and yes,
Like it was scream alarm.
yeah, scream alarm, no, alarm.
I also think of two. You remind me of two. One is to become a bank clerk because I can, collect money from people when they are trying to save money in their bank account. And another one is owning my clothes shop because I think I can buy a lot of clothes and then sell it to someone, and then I can, steal some of my clothes to wear. I think that's because lack of clothes before.
And one of my school sister, I thought she was really special, and she said she run like clothes. She helps sell the clothes on the internet. Yes, and my school sister.
Not here.
Yes, online store. Yes. And she thought she thought she wouldn't like to maybe she wouldn't like to be a teacher, but she thought she had to find another way, yes, to be
To
scam. Yes, and because she thought it is hard to find to be a teacher, yes, and then she would like to look for another opportunity.
She didn't take the teacher's
Course.
She did, yes.
Then option or an option.
Yeah. No, she chose the courses to be a teacher.
So being a teacher is a guarantee to her sustaining her life.
It's not the first priority.
Yeah, I know.
It's the least.
A kind of way.
Okay, that's the end of our conversation.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.